Oh, yo, what's cracking? So what's happening, everybody? Just wanted to go in and give a little quick something. You know, it's funny. You see the bullet, the thumbnail. Yeah, it amazes me that, and I didn't say enslavement and this that because of space. I said slavement. People are literally slaves with a mentality, a slave mentality, slavement, right? Why do I say that? Relax, Papa. Well, first of all, let's go ahead. Let's pull this up. A lot of us accept the reality that they have rewritten history to fit a narrative. But in that narrative, we know that there's many different dialects, right? There's many things, different institutionalizations that are flagrantly false, complete lies. And what does it take to create that? We've already done that. We crossed that road. Wars. Wars are like the best to re-energize a system that is flagrantly inhumane, wrought with all kind of flaws, instabilities, brokenness. And we call it government institutionalization of work, labor, and force. And we know who created it, right? Now we do. We know that J.D. Rockefeller's father was the superintendent of that. And we know that the Secret Service at the time, when it was only 150, 200 members, has it's become an exuberant number of individuals. And with it, I'm not anti-government. I am not anti-police. I ain't anti-nothing. Y'all have heard me say this before. I am anti-anything bad. And it just so happens to be sociopaths, psychotics. Why? They want you to believe, this is one of them, and it's a lie. They want you to believe that meteorites created these craters that's around the world. Those are from our old war using thermonuclear, atomic, whatever, hydrogen, or maybe even worse, weapons. That's what those are. Because what's funny is you can Google and look and see people that go and do Geiger meter readings, and they're high levels of radiation or EMF, whatever you want to call it, giving off a high electromagnetic frequency or radiation. No, look it up. And that's never spoken of. Why? Because it's not part of the education system, the education curriculum. When did the civil government become the U.S. incorporated government? See, nobody wants to pay attention to this. We look at Frederick Douglass, right? And they want you to believe that he was a slave. They want you to believe that. But he had his own newspaper. He worked in government. And they want you to believe that he rose from the lowest to the top because that creates a class system. No, he was always there. He saw the degradation and the change. In one of his papers, and it's not that he didn't believe in God. He said he just knew that, and the word. We got to remember that they've changed it. We knew the name. The thing is, they've implemented their own structures so they can subjugate and make people subservient based upon fear. Everybody moves practically upon fear and believe they don't. Anyway, he said, God be thanked. This is July 24th, 1851. We know that the Civil War ended in 1865. They said he was an abolitionist. No, he was an abolitionist fighting for the Paleskins who were indentured. And the reason why they were carried on the way they were. And even though we actually had the slaves. I know my family's, you know what's funny? I have aunts and uncles on one side and on the other side that know the difference. I'm like, how did the other ones become incorporated? Well, when you go and you get all these college degrees and everything, what happens? You can easily change the dynamics of truth, of fact, into fiction. It's not complicated, regardless of growing up and not really growing up in between the periods of two wars, and then seeing other wars being mitigated that was irrelevant to you. God be thanked that I am again able to resume the labors and duties of my post. Look at what my post is as far as back in 1851. In the moral conflict between liberty and slavery, he knew that they were attempting to enslave. He knew the individuals that were doing it. That's why he was a high speaker, because we had warriors, we had fighters. I have suffered from a succession of attacks during the past month. First, bilious, fever, sharp, sudden and severe, brought on no doubt by overexertion and incautious exposure, prostrated by my energies and confined me to my room. How about this? How about this? Frederick Douglass paper, All Rights for All, Rochester, January 22nd, 1852. British subscribers, please take notice that from the commencement of the year 1852, Mr. Walter S. Pringle, bookseller, Newcastle on Tyne, will act as an agent for our paper and will receive subscriptions and donations for the same. Now look up who Mr. Walter S. Pringle is, and you'll see the coup d'etat and how it took place once Frederick Douglass had passed away. I've been to many printing shops in New York and New Jersey, and they were all, and you go back in the backlogs, you see they were owned by Negroes, or people of color. I hate saying them words, but autochthonous people. Not Mongols or Mongols. Y'all didn't have new newspaper. You didn't build no cities or anything. All right, so let's clear that up right now. And those Spanish guys coming over here all being bothered. For you individuals who don't like the truth, shut the fuck up. Now, the colonization scheme. Well, our Rochester subscribers will please remember that their subscriptions are due at the present time. Promptitude in forwarding their remittance in requested. In requested, not in request. It's a statement. It's not an assumption or asking. The language is so terribly. We've been taught a false way of vernaculars to communicate, which is inconsistent. That's why people that speak legalese are even idiots. The colonization scheme. There is no sentiment more universally entertained, no more firmly held by the free colored people of the United States. This is when it became the United States was incorporating. This is a slow process. You know, in the 1800s when it started. Pay attention. The free colored people of the United States. Then that this is their native land. And that here, in parentheses, for good or for evil, and their destiny is to be wrought out on our native land. Not native people. That's a whole created bullcrap that came later on in the later 1800s. The Native American movement, identified with the entire history, not Aboriginal, history of the American people going back more than 200 years. More than 200 years can allude, not to be aloof, but allude to millennia. But he is breaking upon the situation that he is dealing with. The wise, honorable Khan, I will call Frederick Douglass. There is not now, there never has been, and we think there never will be any general desire on the part of our people to immigrate from this land to any other, and least of all to the wilds of Africa. I am so tired of all you people running to these groups about we Indian. Know who the fuck you are. And the people that got a problem with them, they can kiss ass. You see, I have these little individuals that, listen, if you're going to comment, articulate commonality and respect, not retrospect, and respect to communicate or have communication. So if you're going to comment and you're going to wait until after, you don't want to come and see the live, you're watching, you're sitting there a little bickering, you don't want to hit the like and the support. Like I said, I've subscribed to some idiots, all right, who don't have no subscriptions. They're trolls. But there's a few of them who I watch, I go and check, who are respectful, and you're kind of informative, and you don't have nothing, no posts or nothing. I wouldn't give a damn if you're a government agent. I don't care. You might be on the side of good or bad. It doesn't matter to me. Everybody has a choice, and your choice to me, I don't care. What matters to me are the people who see under the underline. So we had a good brother who's made a couple of good comments, make a statement, which I need no requirement or qualification in. You remember, you are here for the masses, not you're here for the few, but not the masses. Yes, and do you know what the numbers are? Because see, if that's the case, then that's a liberal way of thinking, and we're not liberals. Do you know liberal is based upon fascist ideology of Marxist idioms? I bet most of y'all never read Machiavelli unless you were locked up. Or I Ching. How many of you actually know what I am speaking or expressing? I love the fact that people don't know nothing and all they can do is sit there and they don't get it. You mess with me, you're not going to live long. It's not a threat. This is who I am and what I do. And like I said, I know how it ends, but I know how it can end. And you don't have to believe me. You want to believe in their flying little machines that we've had long ago? You want to believe in everything that they have acclimated? Or you want to believe in your position and role you play? I tell you what, you hold on to that with a death grip. Because that death grip is no good. That is your vice. And if that is, when you get there, I can't wait to hear when the time and the year comes, hear your pleas. And I can't wait to hear you want other. No, I can't wait for that day. And I will rejoice and just laugh and giddy at you for being what you think you are today. I will enjoy it. Somebody deleted some messages. What happened? What's going on here? Let me see. Oh, why is it not working? Tap screen. I could just do it on the thing here. Turtle, elephant, Noble Drew Ali. Oh yeah, we don't do that here, Baba Bell. We don't do that here, brother. You know, be respectful in this chat. I'll get blocked. It doesn't matter to me. I'm here for the people who seek truth and enlightenment, not people who run behind other people with their nose up their asses and they don't know how to know of self. Take all that Drew Ali and all that Marcus Garvey and all that goopy shit. If that's your brainwashing and you're indoctrinated, and I'm here to shed light on all that, and that's what I've been doing, you can go and stay right over there because there's many channels that have that, and you'll never change it. Now let me show you the flag of the civil government. The civil government. This existed before the battle flag. Like when I show all these Pelicans the original rebel flag, it's not a rebel flag. Whether it be the Alabama, well, I guess they call it the 16, 18, whatever. They done made up so much shit. That is the civil government flag. Flag of peace, as we always wore. The unification of all nations and all peoples. But y'all know everything, right? It's called the civil ensign. That's what it's called, the civil ensign. I had all these pale skins running around and sharing this and saying, this is what the peace plan is. Don't know the first thing of anything. Only a lot of us veterans know that the so-called American flag, which it is not, with the gold ribbons, gold which tangles around it, means a state of war that comes from our ancient ways. It has nothing to do with the reality and shouldn't even be on the damn flag. But because these people are so depraved and psychotic and neurotic, and sociopaths, like most of you religious individuals, running around talking about ace and all that other shit, with idiots kind of with conformity. I want you to conform. Listen here. You need to just go and leave and go to Africa, go to Europe, or whatever, these new made-up lands, and live and coexist with these people who don't know their truths. Don't come over here with that garbage. Not one of you can hold a candle to me. Not one of you. Here's the man that made Afro beats. But you got a bunch of young idiots in these little cities, liberal-minded again, who don't know no better. So what they do, they run off at the mouth and, and they believe they know what they're talking about because they feel something. Here we have people who are not even in touch with their true feelings, who embark on this journey of mouth frustration and know zero enlightenment. They don't get it. Because see, they want to speak against everything bad, but at the same time, they want to perform all the bad duties to be all inclusive to all the bad things they speak against. You can't make that up. I have no disrespect, because I have some Moorish friends, and they don't call themselves Moors no more. From Morocco. I told you a couple of them live here, and they be laughing at you guys. Yes. And even my boy, who's in Virginia, tall as a tree, he says he don't know how we got goofed up like that, because he says half my family's not even original Moroccans. Sephardic. That means converts, created by the Zionist narrative, not by the true, because he says he believes that there are a number of his people, his family, who are the true people, who are great seafarers. And he believes may have come from here. That's in his own statement. We used to be on the Nimitz in America. CBN 66 and CBN 67. See, we used to have these conversations, and my brother Bowman from South Africa, from Nigeria, a doctor, could have came over and became an officer. He didn't want that. He wanted to work with us. He said he heard all that crap over there, and he says, I know the Americans are different because I met some over there. And he hung around with me and my boys, and he realized, man, y'all ain't from over there. He started questioning his origin. We're talking about a man who was seen in all of us. He was 30 years old. We was all around 1920. 30, 32, something like that. It was 35, you can come in. He was like 30. He was a doctor. I mean, a doctor. Stethoscopes, pens, a real doctor. England, like, in France, like, yeah. Didn't want to be with the officers. He said they're uppity. They're full of caca. I forget the word they have in Nigeria. What is the word for excrement? I forget what it's called, but he would walk by him and say it all the time. And they all knew who he was, so they never even bothered with him. But he worked with us and worked just as hard and learned everything we learned and knew, and he loved us to death. Funny watching him trying to spin on his head, but he loved putting on the boxing gloves. He was a kung fu dude. Oh my goodness. This cat could throw some, he was a kung fu, boy, them some kung fu cats over there. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. And that's why I love my brothers and sisters over there. I just have a disregard for the people who come here and go through the things they go with some of you ignorant motherfuckers. You stupid motherfuckers. Y'all know about that Aryan Brotherhood, the pale-skinned dude that grew up on a reservation and was Jewish? And you know that Aryan Brotherhood in the 60s and 70s, it wasn't a racist dichotomy. In the prison system, it was just something to hold on to keep, the resources, like the Texas Syndicate, MS-13, the Black Guerrilla Family, and the Black Panthers. The Black Panthers, like the Aryan Brotherhood, had a mixture, but the only thing is, the only reason why Aryan Brotherhood didn't have no black people because of the Black Guerrilla Family, these Masonic Kappa 5, Delta 5 goofy motherfuckers. The same ones that created these goddamn gangs and created a division and started lying about history. That's why the Black Panthers didn't have nothing to do with the Black Guerrilla Family, because they wasn't about Africa. But so every time I look at the young man whose father was murdered in his sleep with his pregnant mama, I am ashamed at him. His father was not about go back to Africa. The Black Panthers knew exactly who they were. It amazes me at how y'all can get so caught up by your little fractured lives and believe that you are holding on to something real, and you ain't holding on to nothing but what they gave you. See, you like what they gave you. That's why you're always doing this. Reparations, this, that, and all this other stuff. First of all, we were together, they would have never took nothing. We wouldn't be in the state we are, pale, dark, melanated, whatever, people of color, whatever you want to call yourself. None of us would be. If so many pale skins weren't ignorant and so many niggas wasn't willing to take advantage because they know how to work the system. I'm gonna stop giving tea soon, man. It ain't gonna be my loss. Not mine at all. Y'all like to talk about those who came and gone. You better pay attention to those who were here. Why you can. I just wanted to show that little bit of stuff. That's my AM morning rant for the day, because I am so tired of saying this same most insidious garbage over and over and over and over. The deception of division. When are we going to stop? To know self is to know what? To know self is to know what? You know, they had us believing to know God. You goddamn right, but not in that frame of that mindset. That means for you to submit to yourself. That means to submit and be honest. Disperse all the lies. Make a roundabout. And manifest the truth of who you are. And how do you do that? Well, you don't do that by somebody else showing you. You must start stepping into yourself. You must listen to everything positive that gives enlightenment, something to walk in a different way. Not every doctor now coming on talking about, I got a pill for your prostate, I got a this for that. Man, I had me some corned beef hash and some grain bread with some spicy cabbage. I didn't eat it all. I took like 5 forkfuls of each, and half of the freaking bread, and I can't eat no more. I walked outside, and it's like big, and everybody saw it. Wolf prints that walk right up to my door, and they don't even walk on my circle with my footprints, walks around it. Wolf prints, I could take y'all out there and show you. And my neighbor's like, well, is that a wolf? Maybe it is. Perhaps it is. Perhaps so, perhaps not. To my door. Nobody else's. The crows fly by me every day and sit in that tree and look in this direction, facing north. I sleep facing north. You see, this is how my bed is, right? But everybody said, well, why don't you turn your bed? Well, I got the window. No, I lay in my bed. It's a big old bed. I face north when I go to sleep. I need something else to transition, to transpire. I need something else to happen. I need to acquire more. I'm attempting to give you a different path. That's all I'm doing. So you can walk with me. You can't walk for me. You cannot walk before or after me. You can walk with me. I'm going to say this again to the ladies. I'm a man that need, I'm going to break it down first of all. I'm a man that need 5 women in my lives. See, it's going to take 5 women to hold the women together and 5 women to give me the strength that I need. And it takes my veracity to be able to give all the love that is required to be given, because a man can do that. But a broken man cannot give that love, because we grew up knowing that man can nurture all the family and outside the family. That is what the man was known for. It is for the women to sit there and to embrace that and nurture from that. Why is it y'all have a hard time? We are owned by nobody, and we own nobody. We belong to the earth as much as the earth is there for us. What is so complicated? See, a lot of y'all still holding on to the vernaculars and the ideologies while they put the truth in your face of what you've been dealing with, instead of opening up and realizing that they have taken everything that was once a one world federation of ideology and lifestyles, and they have composited and broken and reversed. And look at what they just did now. They're teaching kids in middle school and elementary about homosexual, LBG, this, those are Down syndrome. There's something wrong with them. But I'm not here to bash them. I'm here to tell you, you've got to pay attention. Because see, the time for words is almost over. I said it before and you've heard me say it. Some of you is going to learn the hard way. Don't think being lazy and slothful is going to assist you. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I love y'all, man, but some of y'all got too much goddamn game with you. And it ain't good game. It's stupid. It's game like the dumbest game. You know, it's like a grown man walking around at 35 years old with the mentality of a motherfucking 10-year-old. That's what a lot of you men's is. You women running around like y'all women who act like ladies. And you ain't nothing but little jitterbugs. Still worried about curling your hair into a bonnet, this, that, and the other, about 12 or 13. Just a few years older than the knucklehead niggas. Y'all really think you something, but you don't know how to hold on to something that's worth. You'll diffuse reality by gravitating more to the negativity of how you live and get rid of anything that may be positive. I don't get that. And I don't get it because maybe I can see it clearer than what I saw yesterday. I'm in the moment. I have perceptions about what may come, but I control that narrative. I can control it to the point where I can give up control, but I need not to control it no more. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. You think you're in control, and you ain't in control of shit. When you come to realize that, then you might start getting grounded. I'm gonna read a little bit of this today. Not right now. I didn't come back on last night because I went to sleep early as doo-doo. I passed out. And I slept and it felt wonderful. Did me a couple little push-ups, did me a couple little chin-ups. I hit my little CB day. No, I don't want to smoke that shit. Bam! I think my head was hanging off the edge of the bed, facing over. It felt beautiful. And this one sleeping right beside me. Thank goodness I ain't have to fart loud and scared the mess out of him, because you know you throw a cucumber or a banana down, cats will hit the ceiling and be stuck upside down. And he didn't roll on top of me, or he didn't even claw my legs. But these prints of this dog were this big. That's not a dog. Right up to my door. Didn't even walk on my circle, didn't knock over my standing rocks, didn't mess with my plants, my pendants. I have a pendant hanging on the door. Still there. Some of y'all really think you know, right? But anyway, if you know, more power to you. Well, I just wanted to come in and have that little chat this AM. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, and I'll chat with y'all later. I'm gonna give a little shout out, and off to the next. Rondo, what's going on, brother? Good conversation, good video chat last night, man. I can't wait to March. Evelyn Smiley, hey, what's going on, sister? Yeah. Thank you, Rondo. Some people are hard-headed. Now, it's no hate to Baba Bell. It's just that he needs to come with a different brother. You got to come in here with a different what you call. We don't do that in here. All right. Even though I can attest one thing, I can make a statement on one of his statements. Morocco is everywhere, as we are everywhere, but we're not Moroccan. You dig? Rep, what's going on, baby girl? But anyway, peace to you too, Baba Bell. College sororities and fraternities, yes, they are. Alita, what's going on, sis? And well, I appreciate everybody coming in. And like I said, if y'all can share this, I'd appreciate it. I know, look, I slept so heavy. I still cold water on my face, and I'm still like, I could go back to sleep, y'all. I'm serious, man. It's like I'm attempting to play catch up for all them years in the military and all them sleepless nights I've had, and the insomnia, the staying up for 3 days straight, like wondering if I was going to be able to go to sleep. Oh man, it's craziness what I went through in all these years. ignoring everything because I didn't want to pay attention to it, seeing things in my dreams, jumping out my bed, standing straight up, wife looking at me like, you just like, did somebody lift you about the bed? And I'm like, no. And I didn't know how to speak on a dream, and I would go downstairs and sit up, no TV on, in the dark, just looking for like 6 hours in one spot, just sitting up, looking for shadows, looking for something based upon the dreams I had. I wouldn't share those dreams. I wouldn't even share them now. They were meant. And that could be heavy on a person. But when you know a person's going through their own demons, trust me. And these weren't demons. These were things informing me and letting me know things that I just wanted to ignore. I didn't want to believe. We do that. And I'll accept the perversion instead of the things that can deliver me elsewhere. But anyway, I appreciate everybody coming in. Share this again, like I said. If you know people that have subscribed to me, let them know that every time they do an update, the notifications go away. So it's always good to come in and check the notification. I didn't even brush my beard this morning, so y'all can see. I'm sitting here looking like googly goop. But anyway, yeah, let them know. If you're new here, hit the subscribe, hit that like, so we can beat the algorithms. And somebody asked, sent me a message and what said, man, I thought you were gonna do 2A. I still am. Just waiting to see what's played out with this fake government. These little traitorous individuals who have enumerated themselves into certain organizations to do the things you see going on. Shit don't apply to me. It may apply to y'all because you believe in them. You give them energy, but they don't apply. All right. So anyway, y'all have a good day, and I'll chat with y'all later. I'm gonna read a little bit of Abraham Africanus. Now, let me share this right quick, and I'm off. Now, Alexander Del Mar and John F. Feeks and Company, all right, printed it. His secret life as revealed under the mesmeric influence, mysteries of the White House. We know that it was not the White House, so that should like ring some bells. You know what I'm saying? We know that it was the Franklin House. We know that Benjamin Franklin wasn't who they say he is. It's all complete lies. But we're going to get into this. I really wanted this book. I wanted the other one is bigger. We're going to get into it. So anyway, I haven't read it. So I just want to start. I wanted to read it by myself, but I really just want to read it with y'all and see what we bop through. Second Amendment, honey. Yeah, Rhonda, that's it. Second Amendment. Yeah. Second Amendment protects our First Amendment and also protects our Fourth Amendment. You know? And most people don't know that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna chat with y'all in a little bit. I appreciate y'all coming in. I love y'all. To the ladies, boy, y'all came in today, and to my brothers. And again, I guess maybe he might have left, but Bahabel, I don't get that name, but no disrespect. But yeah. Let's stay on point and let's stay on target. All that other shit, we don't do that up in here. We do not do that shit in here.